Since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
We did
No.
go on a date. The next day after the show, we didn't go on a date
Okay.
that night. Um, that was solely because of me. So the next day, we did meet up. I met
Mm-hmm.
him at his hotel,
Okay.
and we proceeded for brunch. Um, the brunch date went pretty good. I did learn that Derrick is a blogger, and he blogged during the beginning of our date. He carries this JBL, just like a JBL speaker or something of that nature. That
Mm-hmm.
was kind of a bit overwhelming for me
I got one of those big ass speakers.
because,
I don't know if it was a big one, but
we're in a setting that's playing music, and then here's Derek with his music.
what? Wait, what?
And so, we kind of got some eyes with that. I'm not a
Okay.
person that's big on attention. So I kind of felt like that was unnecessary.
You're going to eat brunch, and not only are you vlogging, you have your camera with you, but you also have a speaker playing your own music. I don't think a date would be comfortable. I don't know.
Or whatnot.
Unless a girl was literally looking for that type of person. Oh, I want a dude that makes content like this.
But we ate brunch, we talked, we hung out. I tried to get a feel of him.
Okay.
I think the same. He tried to get a feel of me or whatnot, and then he kind of went back to his blogging thing. But I'll let him speak in regards to that.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So, Derek, when
right.
I asked, I think you said no. You shook your head no?
I didn't think that was a date. I literally thought we were just catching up. Because like she said, she didn't go out. She had some girlfriends in town or people that support her in the show that I guess she was doing dinner with them for the night.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I was like, that threw me off a little bit. It was like, all right, respectful. It was already late. The recording went a little later. When I met her the next day, I'm just gonna still be myself. A lot of times when we go into some of these establishments that are corporate, they're playing something, I'm not really particularly fond of. So I put on, I don't know if I had jazz playing or just some instrumentals, but I didn't think it was too like out of alignment from like the mood I was trying to set with her. Because at first we were just walking around. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't like, hey, I got reservations here or there. We were still just trying to figure out where we were going to go.
Okay, so you didn't consider it a date when y'all were walking around trying to figure out where y'all trying to go. Y'all spending time with each other. So if it was a date, you wouldn't have brung your speaker or whatever. Like, is the to a place to where like if it was a date, would you care about the music they was playing if you was going somewhere to eat with it? I've never heard of that. I don't like the music these corporate establishments be playing, so I brought my own music to play. What the fuck?
So just so there wasn't like no awkward, I just usually I play some music. This is the first time I'm hearing it. I know once we left, departed from each other,
Okay.
it was very hard to get in contact with her. And so the production, you guys called me, and it wasn't something that was like as organic um, of what I was looking for. Like you said, she was bubbly, and maybe I'm a little spoiled from my last life. If I'm like attracted to somebody, we're attracted to each other. There's usually like we want to be around each other.
Mm-hmm.
I had arranged. I got a flight. I got an Airbnb. She ghosted me. She didn't come, so that was
Oh,
new.
so you said
You
you
know,
bought her a flight and you booked an Airbnb and she
for this
didn't?
past for this past weekend, I was bringing her to New Jersey. You know,
Okay.
on me, and I just felt like I'm trying to be very careful with my words, but almost like if it was like reaching, it wasn't appreciative. It was like you got me Airbnb, and I'm like maybe because I led when I was a basketball player, she was looking for a 5-star, 6-star hotel. I wasn't sure like what happened, you know. But maybe I'm just running my mouth right now. But I
Okay.
thought it was something different where it was a little more organic. But
She don't have to accept that. I mean, I can see she ghosted you, no communication or something. She could at least, hey, I'm not really comfortable doing this. I didn't really like the radio and you vlogging. I didn't know that you were gonna be vlogging. I don't even remember if he said he even did that type of content. Like if you do, you got to mention that, because some girls don't want to be on camera. Some girls don't want a man that makes videos or anything like that. You know what I mean? Or some girls don't mind the guy when they're into content, making videos and stuff, but just don't tell no stories about no girls and stuff like that. They at least have some type of boundaries if they do accept somebody that makes content like that. But I think the bringing the radio and all that stuff just like overwhelms her. Like, hold on, this is not what was presented. Like, this is completely different. Like, the first impression just threw her off and engaged no more. Now the ghosting thing, I can see where you kind of have a gripe with that because hearing about those stories, it does get kind of like, unless the person's like some crazy murderer vibes and stuff like that, I can see kind of. But
Okay, so after that
Can I
first,
speak real quick in reference to the date night?
yeah,
That
so I'm gonna
night.
get back to that, Sevena.
Okay.
sorry,
So,
I apologize.
so once you guys went to brunch, after that, did you guys keep communicating, or was it
We did.
obviously you did? Okay, okay. Just wanted to double check on that. And then Sevena, you said you wanted to jump in and ask about something.
Okay, yeah. So that night he said that I wanted to go and have lunch with my friends. I actually told him that I wasn't feeling well. I
okay,
have an illness called a vascular necrosis disease,
I'm
and
gonna look that up.
I wasn't really able to tell him about my illness that night, but standing up, waiting, walking backwards. I told him that, my ankles and my knees were aching. That was the reason for me not going out to eat, not to go hang with my friends or etc. I told you that was my reason. Even while you were walking and we were blogging, I told you I didn't mind the walk, but I have issues with my knees where I was cut off several times because you were blogging, and I couldn't tell you at that moment what my reason for, walking slowly was. And then some of the music was appropriate, but I don't think it's appropriate to play a song by Chris Brown called "The N Word" in public, where there are multiple races that are around looking at
Be
us
myself.
listening to
I'm
this
gonna still
music.
be. I'm gonna still. I understand what you're saying. Like I said, I wish I was. That was brought to my attention then. I,
What kind of established was it that just lets you bring a speaker in and just start playing music real loud? I mean, was it like an outside sitting area and y'all went in? We're gonna sit outside, have a boombox, or was it inside of a actual restaurant and you got the thing right here and it's just like people sitting like, okay, like was you disturbing the peace? Like the restaurant, I'm not hearing that they told you to turn down a speaker or take the speaker out of here or just turn it off. Did that happen with the staff or anything like that? Or
apologize if it rubbed you the wrong way. Um,
I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm a person. It's a time and place for everything, and I don't want to be sitting by somebody or waiting by somebody, and they're playing music that the song is literally titled "The N Word." I
I
would
didn't
feel
think you had a
uncomfortable.
problem
I
with
can
it.
only
I
imagine.
put in her disease Vespa nice necrosis. Maybe I spelled it wrong, but it says research shows that it's not showing anything about like aching pains, walking. It says something about like bacteria or something like that, like even a side effect. Maybe I spelled it wrong. I don't know. I'm not getting any of the information she was saying.
How the other guests felt uncomfortable. So
I didn't think you were telling me about a story. You told the white gentleman that was a honorable Navy veteran to get out of your seat at the airport, and his wife. He was telling his wife how you felt about her too. So I didn't think that now playing my music and the N word was something like so far out of like what I mean, where you
I
would
wasn't
you
speaking
would
it
address.
publicly. I was speaking it directly to you, not amongst several other people, several other strangers. I was speaking that directly to you.
So did you tell him at the moment, Sevena, that did you ask him like, hey, are you able to turn off your music? Like, was that brought?
So that's not Chris Brown's song. If I can remember the song, because I'm like, what Chris Brown song does it have the N word? No, he has a verse. It's a song. If y'all don't know what song she's talking about a Little Dicky song called Freaky Friday featuring Chris Brown. Chris Brown is on the song. He comes on the song on his part. he says the N word because it's about kind of like the movie Freaky Friday where you switch bodies. So Lil Dicky switches bodies with Chris Brown. And then it's like, always wanted to say the N word. I'm finally a black dude. And then he goes, my Nick, the whole video, he's dapping up people. And it says, my Nick. And that's a part in the song where he keeps saying the N word like repeatedly and out loud. I think that's what the song she's talking about. It's a Lil Dicky song called Freaky Friday. Go take a listen. It's actually a pretty good song. It's not bad. Video's tight too.
Up at all, or
You know what, Arlette? That's kind of one of those things. You know, some things you shouldn't have to tell a person being an adult. You should kind of know, you know, I'm in a setting, you know, with someone. I'm trying to get to know them. This is my date. Why am I playing additional music? And why am I playing this type music? You know, he could have been playing anything, but it's just like, I shouldn't have to tell a grown man, you know, a 30-plus-year-old man that, you know, we shouldn't have additional music on an outing,
I've
you know,
never
since he
heard of
doesn't
that.
consider it a date.
Unless it's a picnic or something, we're at the park, then you know, if it's that case, then bring the radio, bring the music, or bring the tunes. But in the restaurant establishment, nah.
Okay.
Furthermore, he spoke on attempting to bring me to New Jersey, but I feel like maybe we should talk about the group chat that was created that involved myself and other women who were on the
All
show.
right.
Someone else
This
talked about
guy's
your.
supposed
BM, where you at? BM, come on in here, buddy.
to about.
Someone else
Um,
talked about your. Not to cut you off. Somebody else talked about you. I never talked about you in that. So that's why I thought it was just a little chaotic. And we talk
Okay.
about being
Hold on,
grown. We talk about
Okay.
Uh,
let's let
being
people finish
grown.
their thoughts.
Hold
So,
on,
Sevena, I'm gonna
We're
let you
talking about a
finish
group
talking
chat
about the
now.
group
Hold on,
chat,
hold
and
on,
then
hold
we'll
on.
hop over to Derrick. Let us know what's going on with the group chat.
Hold on.
Okay, so there was like a group chat that I found out about. Apparently, it was started May 5th. It began May 5th. I got a notification on, I think that was May 19th. So I click on it.
Was it an Instagram group chat? Because they do those Instagram group chats. That's what I heard the last time. And then I don't know if like the cell phone number group chat or using the app Group Me or whatever.
Of course, I've gotten several followers,
I know
so
about the.
I just go in and I add.
Mm-hmm.
So I see this group chat, and I'm like, what's this? You know, this is new to me. I click on the group chat. I scroll up. I see screenshots of messages, etc., pictures of women, women not from the show that other guys have sent in, like, look at this, other conversations from other people's personal text messages. And I know that was one of the things that was noted to us. No group messages, no group chats, you know, nothing of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw this, I'm like, who the heck added me to this?
And this is
So I
on
scroll up to
Instagram?
make. Yes, this was a Instagram group chat.
Okay.
So pretty much all of the guys from our episode were in this group chat. So they specifically stated in the group chat, don't add any women. But one of the guys added myself along with my friend because he's been trying to communicate with my best
Messy.
friend who's not interested. And so with that being said, I didn't like how I was described, one by
What are y'all doing on this show acting like kids, man?
Derrick as the girl with the
I
scars
I
on her
didn't.
knees in the
That wasn't.
cosmetic
Derrick,
That's not what I
surgery.
said.
Derrick,
I never said that.
we're gonna get to you, Derrick. Don't worry.
Derrick, I
I
have
never said that.
screenshots, sweetie.
You can
I have
screenshot it.
screenshots.
You can
I have
screenshot it.
screenshots,
I wouldn't
okay?
describe
I
you like
wouldn't
that. I
say it
told
if
you
it
I didn't
wasn't
even describe
screenshot.
you. That's fine.
I was described, let me quote unquote,
Hmm.
I match with the girl with the scars on her knees in the cosmetic work. I have a name. My name is not scars on the knees in cosmetic work. My name is Sevena. He also stated that he wanted to go back on the show if I didn't step up. This is May 5th. We're still early on. Okay. He stated that the lady in green, whom was Jasmine, was his person. But he felt some type of way with her being cuddled up with a person who she popped on, whom I later learned was Simon, which Simon is in my best friend, Mallory, Instagram, Miss Me with Dad. He's in her inbox constantly asking about the status of me and Derrick along with her, and he's stating that him and Jasmine are special friends. Again, anything that I say, I can provide proof.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Derrick, let's go ahead and switch on over to you.
So literally, we spoke the time we were speaking before, I guess, production reached down and was like, hey, you got to, like she said, I was given an opportunity where it's just like, hey, let's just build and talk. And bye. Once I got to know more of her personal love story, where she wasn't ever really loved incorrectly from my understanding, and not to put her personal business out there, her man isn't with her, separated. You know what I mean? They're no longer together for their personal reasons. She has a daughter. She's not looking to have any more kids. She already didn't align with me. So I wasn't looking for her for real love anymore at that point. But I said, hey, you never been to New Jersey. You never been to New York. As a friend, maybe we could do some content. Maybe we could do, we could figure, maybe we could do something else. It's part of, we had this great experience on the show, and I just literally bought her a ticket and an Airbnb as a friend. There was no more me trying to court or try to be with this lady at all.
So, what? So you already cut it off with her as far as dating, and you just want to link up as friends and do content? Is that what you're...
So it was like, I'm hearing all this now after I spent $1,500 on a ticket, which is like, I'll eat it, but it's like, I never heard any of this before I purchased the ticket, before I purchased the Airbnb. I just got like, oh, I thought this was going to be a hotel.
And it was I can't hold it anymore. I'm sorry, I got to laugh.
Sorry, Sevena. Let's let him finish.
So it's like, now I'm hearing this for the first time. We've been talking.
Okay.
For a week, maybe a week or two. I don't know the last time we recorded over there. It was like, this is the first time I'm hearing any of this.
Okay, so just to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly, so you're saying you kind of switched her into the friend zone after you heard that her ex.
Once she told me this after the first conversation, she wasn't trying to have more kids, and I want to have more kids.
Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like, oh, all right. We didn't. Maybe we both was looking for like something. Not we didn't. Why did we pop? Why didn't we pop on the show? Or maybe I need to ask different questions. But
so now,
once I found out,
right.
Go ahead.
Sorry. So when you bought like the ticket and you booked the Airbnb, what did you inform her that she's coming out there just as a friend?
Yeah, there was no expectations. I didn't have any expectations on Sevena. There hasn't been anything perverse I've been saying, Sevena. Haven't asked her for any. Yo, what's that ass looking like? What's that cosmetics?
Hey girl, you got the comments? I mean, not the comments, but you got a screenshot from the text message of him acknowledging, or was that a conversation over the phone?
This phone bouncing like I haven't been any way, shape, or form even sexual towards Sevena.
Then who said the I? You got that? She got that screenshot, right? You might as well show the screenshot.
She is my witness right here on the phone. I haven't spoken to her that way.
I matched with the girl with the cosmetic and the scars on her lip.
So, am I lying?
I'm just gonna let you talk so that I can.
I'm asking, but am I asking? Have I asked you anything sexually? Have I asked you, yo, what kind of drawers you wear? What are you doing? Like, it's all been friendly and just respectful.
You wouldn't get anywhere asking me nothing like that.
Dude, she didn't even mention that you said anything like that. She didn't even say that. She just said the mean stuff somebody said in the group chat.
I'm saying, but most men in the dating show,
no, you haven't asked me that. The only thing you asked me to bring was, but see, I'm saying.
But we saying we grown. What are we talking about?
We're going in a sequence of events. You're talking about something that happened last week in regards to this New Jersey trip. This was not nothing back in May, early May or anything. This was just last week. This was just Friday. So I like a timeline. We're not moving on a timeline. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why we probably wouldn't work out is because you're not organized and you're like a hash brown. You kind of scattered everywhere.
You got the greatest sense. You got the greatest sense.
Okay.
But you talked about you literally.
Too much going.
You're not my standard. You have the greatest sayings being from the South, and it's great. It's great wordplay. But literally, as a grown woman, you said you didn't want somebody breaking in your Airbnb. As an ex-basketball player, we flown women out all the time, disrespectfully. I've never had somebody tell me they was concerned about somebody breaking them in their Airbnb. Like, that's not my...
I have. A few times. There's a lot of women that I know that stay in hotels. Again, because of the fact that Airbnbs, they have cameras, people running up, breaking in them. I've heard that multiple times from women.
It's not my standard. That's not how I carry myself. That's not the world I come from. So, like, for her saying this type of thing, it was like, damn, she must have dealt with some trauma with niggas and broken her shit.
No. They're cautious about hearing about stuff like that. I remember the last time me and a friend of mine went away to go hang out, had a nice time somewhere. We took a trip somewhere, and I was about to get an Airbnb, and I said, yo, I found this nice house in this spot. We can go, and hang out there or whatever, and that's going to be our hub spot before we go out and do whatever we're going to do at night, have some fun. And she was like, get us a room, get us a nice hotel somewhere, because I don't want nobody running up in that thing. I was like, okay. She said, I done seen a lot of stuff happen to people be having cameras hidden in there. I don't want that. It could be a setup. I don't know that place like that. Get us a hotel, thank you. That's what she said.
Like, that's not even who I am.
Okay.
So it threw me for a loop, if I'm being honest.
So
you take shots and say I'm disorganized. As an athlete, I live my life on itinerary.
I think the world is going to be able to hear your disorganization.
Let me try to get everything that's going on, because there's too much going on right now. So
he's jumping from here to here. Talk to her. See what
from the date you guys had when you went to brunch or breakfast, you both went back to your homes. You continue to talk. However, at one point after you guys continued to talk, did that just then switch over to it just now being friends?
No. Arlette, can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's okay. When we had that conversation, after those conversations, Derrick said that he went into a friend mode. Mm-hmm. Derrick was texting me that he's falling in love with me. So which is it? Can I talk? Can I talk? You go from being...
She got the screenshot.
I'm in a friend zone, but you're falling in love with me for real, for real. Again, I have the messages. So which is it? Were you in friend zone or were you falling in love with me? It wasn't until I stated to Derrick that I am looking for love. That's when Derrick states to me, oh, you were for real. Oh, let me get serious now. Okay. From the go, Derrick I think he has almost like an obsession with his second kid's mother. For one, I never spoke about kids on the show, but to learn that someone has a 2-year-old lets me know that there's still active, possible relations amongst, the two.
I mean, I've heard the phrase, I've heard below 5 is still alive. I keep hearing that. That doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but there can still be some type of relations or whatever. And a lot of women don't be wanting to deal with that up front on camera, but around the back, they might be like, hey, look, hey, what's up with you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I said below 5 is still alive, but I got some faith and y'all probably ain't messing around. But what's up? Even if y'all messing around, still what's up? For a little fling sometimes, you know what I mean? But
who are co-parenting.
I can see how she's cautious about that.
I don't feel like Derrick's a bad guy, but again, Derrick does a lot of careless talking. You're just kind of everywhere or whatnot. So it's kind of hard to gather and understand what he's talking about. Now, we want to move further along. What also got me is him constantly stating to me, he's just not starting back to date black women. I don't need to constantly hear that you're back and forth. You're excited. Like it's a privilege to be communicating with you because I'm a black woman. That kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And then while he's sitting here stating this as if that I spoke about my safety, you're right, Arlette. My safety is always going to be a concern when I'm flying miles and miles away from home by myself with a flight that's 12:50 a.m. in the morning, and we agreed upon a hotel, and you're wanting me to stay. Can I talk? I talked without interrupting you. Can I talk? Thank you. You're telling me to fly into New York at 12:50 a.m. in the morning by myself. Then you say you want me to go stay at an Airbnb. All I asked, Arlette, All I asked was, could you send me the address of this Airbnb? You would have thought I asked him for $50 million. He just went berserk, talking loud, I spent this amount of money. The flight itself said $327. I'm trying to understand, how did we get to $1,500 from $327? Now let's also acknowledge and highlight the flight was not booked under the reservation was not made under his name. It was made up under a Mike somebody name, under Hopper. So that was a red flag to me as well. Why would you book me a flight
Is that your like DBA name or something like that?
under somebody else's name?
My assistant
You
helped
don't
me
have
with
a
that.
debit card,
I
you
had
don't
an
have a
assistant.
credit card, but
I
then
have
you
an
tell
assistant.
me.
Yeah, I'm about to say usually sometimes like a financial person or an assistant. Like if you talk to any celebrity and stuff, they have like agencies. They're like, oh, my manager booked that for me, so it's under my manager's name. It's under like if Joe Buttons has Ian, a lot of stuff might be booked under Ian's name. I don't know, your business partner or whatever.
You tell me all of this information about how you have this kind of money. My thing is this,
What
Arlette.
kind of
When
money did I tell
somebody
you I had?
invites
So,
me
That's what I'm
Derrick,
somewhere,
saying.
please,
can I
Derrick,
talk?
let's
Sorry.
let her
Oh
finish.
my God,
Can
she's
I
been talking
talk?
about it since the beginning.
But you state all of this stuff. He tries to lead with money. Okay. Now, when I make you write a check that can cash, the first thing he brought up was, so what are you paying to come out here? No, sweetie, you invited me to New Jersey. You invited me to New Jersey. So if a man offers to fly me out, most men know that's on me. That's on him. You ask me, what would I pay? You ask me, what would I pay? So then you tell me you have mouths to feed. You're trying to get custody of your daughter. I mean, I've
Because
worked
now at
family
this point,
court
I'm
for
a
11
friend.
years.
I'm
I
not.
worked family court for 11 years.
I'm
A
not.
lawyer for a family court is the most inexpensive lawyer you can buy. That's the inexpensive lawyer that you could purchase. So he goes on, he state all this stuff.
Okay.
So again, the flight was $327.
Okay.
Where did the
Okay.
$1,500 come from? Am I wrong for being concerned about my safety? We're in New Jersey here. Crime is
Okay,
not
Savina,
low in New Jersey. So then he
let's
tells
let's
me
take a
when I
break
ask,
and let's actually hear from Derrick, and then we'll come back over to you because I know he wants to kind of clear his name as well. So Derrick, go
yes,
ahead if
ma'am.
there's anything that was said that you want to clear up on.
This is why most athletes, when we talk about the culture, that's why I came on the show, trouble hate white women. Because everything I'm hearing about, oh, she has a younger.
What are you talking about? She's trying to get everything you're saying in order to make it make sense. She even added some little sprinkles in there about a baby, your child's mother, and stuff like that. Like finding out you had a kid and all that stuff. Like what are we talking about here? Derrick, you seem like you're all over the place. You seem like what you view black women as, all over the place. Bringing up stuff that she never said. Talking about, I never said nothing sexual, did I? Did I? She never even said anything about that. You brought that up. Who knows if she was even going to bring that up?
And that's trauma. That's trauma. That's baggage from somebody else she dated that probably had a younger child that she's experienced this before. It's the same repetitive stuff. I've never had, and we'll just talk on the top. It's like I've never had a white girl talk about her safety. She feels safe with me. It's never been an issue where it's like, but it's this trauma. She's like, yo, ever since she's been.
That's a problem. Somebody, hey, can I get the address to the Airbnb? I kind of don't feel safe. You know, people run up in Airbnbs. Just let me get the address so I can check the area. Okay, cool. I'll make sure. Here's the address. Here's the house. Matter of fact, here's extra screenshots of the house or whatever. You know, matter of fact, this is the car. I'm going to pick you up at this time. Da da da. Whoop. What's wrong with that? I don't know. This seems sketchy now, bro.
She's been trying to count my dollars because I don't work a regular 9 to 5.
You got two black women up here.
So I'm disorganized because I'm not punching the clock like she does with whatever great, fantastic career she has. Not knocking any career woman. My mom's had a 35-year-old career, but my ambitions,
But
like
you
I
told
told
me
you.
you were a
Hold on, I'm
substitute
finished talking.
teacher.
I'm
We gotta
talking
let
to
him
Nina.
finish
I'm talking
too.
to Nina. Talking. We talked about on the show. I said, nonprofit, production company. I speak. I was with my professor the other day. She's a Harvard professor. I speak to kids for $3,000 an hour on a day. So it's like I don't have speeches every single day, but in the midst, I'm at the
What are you talking about now?
library. I'm doing yoga at the gym. You know, I'm taking care of my kids. So
Bro, I'm not even gonna know what to title this video because this shit is ridiculous.
the normal person, it may look like, yo, he's all over the place. But if I'm managing my life and the people that I take care of, my first baby mom, my second baby mom, the woman I'm looking for now, I don't have any issues.
So you got 2 baby moms, okay?
So like when she's projecting, I'm like, yo, this is the first time I've ever heard this.
Yeah.
You know, certain things, and it's like, damn, this is, maybe I came back to the culture too late, because I'm like, I don't know black women as well as I should, and that's on me. So some of the things that I probably, the way I was talking to Sevena, maybe I did get a little aggressive. I'm a very passionate, most people have dealt with athletes, I'm a very passionate person. So at one point, maybe I did.
What the hell type of white girls do you date? Because I do know some white women that don't put up with it, that wouldn't put up with this shit. Like, what are you dating, dummies? Like, what is going on?
Raised my voice to Sevena, and I made her feel uncomfortable over the phone. And it wasn't really about the money, but it was like, yo, you're just I'm not even, just because I'm an athlete, you think I have money. We're breaking that narrative of athletes going broke 3 years after they play basketball. I haven't been in the league for 10 years now, 15 years. So it's like, I've made a lot of adjustments with how I spend my money. And just because I have money doesn't mean I'm just gonna blow it. I'm not a strip club guy. I don't do that. That's not what I'm into. So I like to spend my money frugally, so it lasts. So it's just like, you know, for you to be like, oh, child court is the least expensive. That's more baggage and trauma. What other court have you been into? That you talking about this like you know so many details about the system in court. This is my first time.
I think Arlette just like, hey, just hey, homegirl, just let him finish, so we could just see how more ridiculous he sounds. Like, we just don't let him sound ridiculous. Let him get it all out. We're gonna use this as content.
Within this question, and this costs me more money than I want to spend.
I think he mentally got something going on with him too. I don't know. He's operating like it's just really strange.
Be my child. That's all I know. As a dad, my record is clean, and so what I'm dealing with in court right now, it's bothering me that my character still seems to be attacked by this black woman. It's crazy. When I only try to treat you with kindness, Jensen, that's what I said. I said, you said that I fall in love. Maybe I was texting somebody else because somebody else reached out to me from the show that is more in alignment, to be honest with you, that I just been cool with. Again, I'm not dating, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm just mind-boggling right now what I'm hearing, what you're saying right now. But
are you on drugs? I'm dead fucking serious too. Are you on any type of substance, my nigga? I don't care how rich you is, millionaire, making 100,000. Y'all still be having hella problems that y'all don't be paying attention to. Like, are you mentally okay? Like, for real? Because it's not making you look no better.
That's all I have.
Okay. And then I think she mentioned something about a ticket. The ticket was booked under someone else's name or something like that.
I have a system that with this basketball stuff because I'm only one person. So I have a team of people that help me. I have people that help me with my media right now. People that's helping my
you need a team of people to help you.
Nonprofit with my basketball stuff. And my assistant coach Mike Pinero, who works for the airlines, he's actually one who's like, hey, you can actually save a few $100s if you go through Hopper, because I was just going through Expedia just how I came out there to Phoenix.
Sometimes people be saying all this stuff and they be lying a lot.
And I was gonna buy the whole thing like a package deal with the flight and the hotel, and I had her a room at a loft where I stayed, where you guys told me to stay in Phoenix. So I was like, oh, that's a nice loft in a hotel in New York, but it was 400 square feet. So I'm thinking, even though it had a city view, and she's coming from Alabama, I was like, yo, that'd be nice. But I was like, I'm from New Jersey. Like most New Yorkers now, everybody's transitioning to New Jersey to once a family. It's more space over here. It's the suburbs. It's not as much chaos going on. So I told her, I said, hey, I'll get you an Airbnb with a suite and a pool. I got a house with a pool instead of a 400 square foot fucking box she was going to be in. And it's like, and like you said, if I'm paying for everything, it just felt like, if I'm saying like, hey, I'm paying for the gas, the food, I'm gonna drive across country to come get you, you my love. And then I pull up in the RV, you like, where's the limo? Like, I'm not getting in that piece of shit. So it was like, damn, like, I took care of everything in the trip. And then you was like, yo, there's no hotel. and sorry, this last name I'm gonna leave with the Airbnb. If you book an Airbnb, a lot of time until the host approve you, they don't give you their address until they check all your credentials as a stayer. So I didn't have the address for you at the time. I was like, I didn't have the address until the
You
host.
told me you've been talking to the lady, and that
Well,
they thought I was
Once you
crazy because
once you
you told I was from Alabama.
once I got that text message that you the next morning you said you wasn't coming, then I started texting. I was like, I was telling you your concerns. This was the next day once you told me you wasn't coming.
uh,
That
Okay.
was not it, Derrick. That was the
Okay,
same day. I was at a hair appointment. I remember this stuff.
okay.
First
I'm telling
off,
you,
you told me that you originally said that you booked a loft. Then you text and
correct.
you said they were out of rooms. You didn't tell me until Friday, the day that I was supposed to fly out. My flight was scheduled at 7:50. You didn't tell me until 9 o'clock that morning that you had gotten an Airbnb.
okay.
At that point, I asked you. You
Sevena,
said I've already booked it. It's already laid out. Bring a swimsuit.
That means you should already have the address on hand and know what it looks like, and with screenshots. Like I said earlier, send her the address and a screenshot so she knows she'd be comfortable in there.
I told you I'm allergic to chlorine, but I'll bring a swimsuit.
Oh, damn.
Sevena,
You
all I was
stated at that point, well, no, you stated at that point, that's when you start getting loudmouth. I'm paying for everything, da da this and da da that. I said, well, if it's a problem, I will find my place. I will find me somewhere to stay. You said, well,
correct.
it's okay. I'll just put you in a 3-star hotel on the side of the road, but I'm not
I'm
coming back
telling
and
you, in
forth
New
to
York, I
pick
said
your
in New
ass.
York, that's all
You
that was
said,
left.
hold on, let me talk. You said,
The
I'm
word
not
How do white women deal with you?
coming back and forth
Of course, the whole thing is, white girls, they put up with anything.
to pick your ass up. That's what you told me.
I
Then on
said,
top of that, no, no, no. On top of that, why would I want to go somewhere and stay with someone who told me that I have all this trauma, but I'm sitting here with that you are a privileged N word. That's what you called yourself. You act like that was a badge of honor to call yourself a privileged N word.
what's wrong with being privileged? That's what I'm saying.
You
Like a lot of as a
But
black man,
you
what's wrong with
sat
being
and
privileged?
said it like it was just amazing. Oh, I'm a privileged in.
Like I'm saying,
I
you
come
have
from a
no
family
worries.
of lawyers,
Like I'm saying,
doctors,
yes,
chief of
I'm saying you
police,
have no
and you
worries.
think I
I'm saying
don't?
that thing. I'm
It's
not saying
like
you
you
don't.
want me to be
Okay.
I
so
wasn't trying to.
low budget.
I
Guys,
wasn't
guys,
trying
You
to judge
please.
you in that
Let's be
moment, Savine.
civilized.
I wasn't trying to
you
judge you in
want
that
me
moment.
to be.
I was trying to tell you. I was trying to tell you had no worries.
You can never
You
talk
wasn't
with me.
coming to like. You wasn't coming
You
to
can't
like.
talk.
You wasn't coming. You wasn't coming to maybe the environment you was telling me you grew up in. That's what I was trying to tell you. You didn't have to worry about that. You didn't have to worry about somebody breaking into your Airbnb. It wasn't an issue with me.
Sweetie, I haven't lived in that demographic since I was 11 years old.
I don't know. I'm not judging you. That regardless if you're there or not. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
But you were first to bring it up.
All his arguments and everything he's just shooting back with is just like racially charged. As in, he thinks that she's a certain way that she's not. Like, you gotta be kidding me with this, right? Like, he can't even see for who she really is. You just see her skin complexion, and she's not even coming at you like, Bone Quisha will come at you. Like, she's not being too sassy. She's not cussing you out, saying F your mama and all this, S my D. She's not saying all that. None of that. You know what I mean? She not saying all that stuff that Fresh and Fit and them be saying all that racist shit about black women and how I don't date black girls because they be doing this, they all this and what. They be yelling, talking about blah blah blah, acting like birds and zoo animals. She not doing none of that shit, and yet you still trying to frame her in that light, and then talking about the type of environment that you used to being brought up in. I'm not in that type of environment. What is you doing, man? I'm dead serious.
so.
It's
By
like
me
make
saying
it
I'm
make
privileged, what does that
sense.
mean to you?
You
It
talking
triggers
out
you.
your neck and you
It
talking
trigger.
reckless.
Okay,
It's
so
regular.
Sevena, you ended up letting him know you're no longer coming after you're saying like he kind of told you all of these things over the
When
phone.
I started hearing that, Arlette, I look, my friends are kind of saying like that's a red flag. You don't want to get all the way there. A person ghosts you. You don't know where you are. You're staying at an Airbnb. I see all these stories. People having cameras in Airbnb. People, burglarizing Airbnbs. It happens whether you want to highlight it or not. Crime can happen anywhere, anytime, any place.
Kim
And if
K
I'm
got
by
robbed in a
myself,
hotel.
I'm not armed. I don't feel safe. Who invited? Now, I can see if he had invited me out, or let the second or third time we've been on a date and someone says, I'm going to get you an Airbnb. But the first time, and you don't even care about my safety, even when booking this flight, you never said, well, hey, 7:30 is going to be a late flight, but you're getting in at 12:50 a.m. in the morning. Is that a problem? I've never flown at 12:50 in the morning. Everybody know that's when you get the cheaper flights at night.
No,
So what is this 15? I'm still
Yeah, I've never even caught like a red eye flight myself, like the super duper early ones.
trying to my math ain't mathing. I'm trying to understand where is this $1,500 coming from 327, because that's what the
yo,
receipt said.
yo, you
Well, $1,500 for the Airbnb, right? Or is it the plane and the Airbnb? Is it like how many nights was the Airbnb? Was the Airbnb like 500 a night or 300 or 1,000 a night? I don't know. How much was the Airbnb? Is it the Airbnb by itself or the Airbnb and the plane ticket combined?
still stuck on the 15. I'm not even worried about the $1,500, sweetheart.
Oh,
I'm
well,
not
not
worried about
because
it.
you said that you had to feed Miles in your house.
What
Okay,
I'm
this is
saying is,
another thing,
I'm
Arlette. He
responsible.
originally wanted me to stay with him at his grandma's house because he lived with his
That's not
grandma.
true.
He
That's not
wanted me to
true.
stay at his grandma's house in a guest room. Now, who
That might go
invites
by. That's
somebody
good.
they're trying to impress and somebody who they care about to come to their
You got the screenshots for that? I want to see the screenshots.
grandma's house and stay in a guest room? If
That's
I'm
made up.
flying, I'm flying, and I don't have wings, Arlette.
Look,
I
I
don't
got.
I
have
don't know if that's made up. I don't know. Judging by what I heard so far, that could be true.
wings.
Okay, go ahead,
Arlette,
Derrick. Go ahead.
I have somebody else living there, so that's made up. I might have told her that I stay with my grandmother. I help my grandmother out.
Okay.
My family
I
have
mean, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But
multiple family homes. My uncle lives around the corner. My cousin lives down the street. My sister has a house and has we have
so why would you pick your grandma's house for a person that you're dating? Pick another house. Where's your house?
5 family houses. That why buy another house? I have a house in Florida that I'm dealing with my mother's child. We getting really technical here, but it's like I would never suggest that you staying at my grandmother's house. So that's a lie.
You told me to stay there, and I told
That's a
you
lie.
I'm not staying at your grandmama's house.
We'll stop
Folks
that there.
have
That's a lie.
roaches,
I don't want to
bathrooms,
entertain
Let's
it.
Savina, let's
all
let him
kind of
finish.
Won't even
stuff.
Go ahead,
entertain
go
it.
ahead,
That
Derrick.
sounds good.
Okay.
Yo,
So after she told you she's no longer coming, the trip was canceled. What happened after that? Did you guys stop talking or
peace be with you. All love, peace be with
okay.
you. No hard feelings. Peace be with you.
Yeah, I sent him a text message and I stated, I highlighted, I don't respect is due to a dog. I don't like
There's
nobody
another good
raising their
thing.
voice at me. I don't like nobody raising their voice at me. For a person to tell me they're not coming back and forth to pick me up, they're not picking my ass up from no hotel
What?
because they're complaining about gas and travel,
I play about
etc.
gas.
That was kind of like,
So homeboy, just simply, you should not be dating nobody. Go ahead and date them white girls. I don't know why. What caused you to come back to black women? Huh? Just look at Arlette. Arlette, this is us. This Arlette is our face. Her facial expression explains how everybody was feeling through this whole fucking video from the goddamn beginning. As soon as he opened his mouth.
oh yeah, bring your
Arlette,
credit card. I know to do that. I don't need you to
Arlette,
tell me that.
Arlette, have you
You
ever been to
know,
New York? Have you ever been
like
to New York, Arlette? Because she hasn't. Have you ever been to New
I've
York?
been twice.
You told me, so then you're lying.
You
You
never
told me you've never been
asked
to
me
New
have
York.
I been to
I
New
did. That was the
York.
conversation we had.
All right. So from what I'm hearing, after Sevena canceled or said she was no longer coming, that was the end of that. You guys no longer spoke after that conversation.
No.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. Maybe she did speak to me,
He
and
sent me
there's another chat somewhere that
Sorry,
I
Savina.
said
Let's let Derrick
something.
finish.
Maybe there's another chat in the chat room, and I said something to her in the chat room that was that she's gonna tell me that I said. Have I
Okay.
said? Have I talked to you since our last conversation? Since
he
you didn't come
just
out here?
sent me a DM that stated something along the lines of I broke his heart or
I knew it was
something, hurt his
something.
feelings or something, and that was it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean,
All
at
right.
the end of the day, he just didn't make me want to talk to him. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't give me nothing that really just interested that stood out to make me want to continuously communicate with him. I don't feel like he really wanted to align with me. Again, as much as he keeps speaking about Jasmine, if you're watching this, please give Derrick a call.
I
Message him
talked
on
about
Instagram.
Jasmine the
He's
first
looking
day,
for you.
Sevena. Oh my God.
Oh
All
man.
right. Anyway, for us to wrap this up on a better note,
Yeah, please wrap this up. Ain't no better notes. Just a wrap it up note.
are you guys working on any projects or anything that you're working on that we can support you on? Sevena, let's start with you.
I'm just a simple 9 to 5 girl. I'm still mentoring my babies. I'm possibly in between jobs, doing family intervention work, more so working with youth and
Okay, that's good.
creating individualized service plans for youth to, combat crime in the city, gang related activity, promiscuous behavior, things of that nature. Again, I'm just a plain Jane from my city.
Okay. And Derrick, what about for yourself?
Um, being that the show kind of set me on fire, like I still want love. I still genuinely want to align with somebody that's aligned with me, and some real genuine shit. We talk about a lot of these girls be one way on camera when they get in camera, when they get in front of the light, is one thing, and then behind the scenes and really trying to call them in real life, like they act like their nose is stuck up, like they too good. They have too much stuff going on. Like it's not really. So if you want to, I was telling some.
Did you just say somebody that has too much stuff going on? Got 90 houses, 90 baby mamas, your grandma. What are we doing here? You're booking stuff in a different name because it's under your manager name, and I play basketball and all this other.
Not because I had such
I'm an athlete, and I don't remember what the hell he played.
great time on your show. I was telling people like these young kids in New Jersey because they're having issues with the same kind of dating situations. People trying to live their life through social media. I was telling them I'm going to talk to your husband about it. A dating show, Walking with Character, where we put females and men through character, talent, substance, like so we get some substance. I'm tongue tied right now. We get some more substance in our culture, how we're dating, and how we really going about this. And along with the stuff I already talked about before, it won't be long.
Thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Yeah, but Arlette, I think you need a vacation. You need a long vacation. No catch-ups, no nothing. Take about a month, 2 months off. Oh my God. This is ridiculous, man. Hopefully he gets some help or something. I don't know. I don't know what to tell him. I think she'll be all right. Show her some love. Give her some roses.